your host, Miss Londa. Sip and Talk Podcast. Sip and Talk Podcast. Sip and Talk Podcast. Starting soon.
All right, hey you guys, I'm back again, and I have two guests joining me today. Can I have you guys introduce yourselves?
I'm Trevor Says Mosh. I'm a local artist in Minnesota, and this is my side man, basically my brother, Darren.
Hello.
Welcome to the forum this evening. All right, so Trevor and what's your name again? Ray. They are artists in Minnesota. Now, I didn't know correctly. Are you from Fargo, Minnesota, or are you guys competing against Minnesota?
No, Fargo's in North Dakota. I'm like on the border in North Dakota right now. So that's the local scene I'm dealing with basically right now versus Minnesota local scene. Because the Minnesota city I'm in is so small, so it's not out here.
So, what is the name of you guys' band?
We haven't decided fully on the name. It's Broken Bonds for now, but until the EP's released, we really don't know, actually.
So, how did you come up with Broken Bonds?
It was an idea I had for a long time, jumping from failed band to failed band. I guess basically I've been saving it until I find a group of guys that actually are talented and work out and want to be something.
Consistent.
Yep.
All right. So we're going to talk about the pros and the cons. And I'm assuming that's one of the cons is the consistency. Yep. What are the other things that you experience in trying to have a band?
Like you said, consistency. People say they're good, and then you kind of waste your time with them because they're not good. Darren's seen a few of those come and go.
Now, when you say they're not good, do you do auditions so that you will know, like, if they're talented or if they're going to do anything or not?
I wouldn't call it an audition. Basically, what me and these dudes did. Can you still hear me?
Say that again.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. But
okay.
There's something going in the background. Something's really windy.
Ooh. All right, that's the. Let me see if I turn you this way. Did it go away a little bit?
No, I can still hear it.
All right, talk to Darren for 2 seconds. I just got to plug the speaker back in.
Okay. So, Darren, how long have you been a part of the band?
Me and him have been in cahoots since 2017, 2018 era.
Okay. And so what kind of music do you guys do?
We're more into the metal scene.
Like heavy metal?
Yes.
Okay. I muted you, Trevor. Yeah. I just put you on mute until you were ready. Okay. All right. So heavy metal. All right. And so what's some of your pros and cons on, trying to put a band together, just trying to.
I say it's more along the lines of like consistency of having basically people stick with the band that we had put together compared to as where they just want to go off and do their own thing because they can't get their, I guess, their creative creative process into the band, even though we're incorporating that into the band, but they automatically assume that we're trying to cut their piece out of it automatically, but all it is just we're trying to weigh out the pros and cons of what you're putting into the band versus what you're trying to get out of the band.
Kind of sounds like communication errors. Would you say?
Can you guys? Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah. All right. And then, so I was reading on your application, Trevor. You said you don't feel that they should charge artists for open mic. What do you? Why do you feel that way?
If I'm at an open mic, the only people that are really going to be there is people you invite. Let's be honest, I've done plenty of them. So the artists coming to your open mic are basically filling your venue up, and they're paying $5, $10, $15 at the door. So for me to come in and pay that $10, $5, $15, and then pay a performance fee on top of that, I'm paying to be basically your talent for that evening. Twice. So, yeah, I'm paying twice. I'm paying at the door, and then I'm paying to perform, which would be another $20, $25 maybe at some of them. So I paid more than the person who came to see me, or I paid more than just a person coming to it randomly. When I'm here to entertain everyone in your venue, it doesn't make sense. It really doesn't.
I agree with you. All right. So who sings and plays an instrument? Or do you both sing and play instruments?
Darren's not in the band. Darren's just my right hand man. My band members were both busy. Yeah. Okay. One's at work and then one's on a camping trip.
Oh, okay. So do you sing or play an instrument, or do you do both?
I do vocals. I can't play an instrument to save my life.
Okay. All right. And so what solo project are you working on?
It's a project that was getting kind of big at the time, I guess, and then I just kind of quit on it. It's the Trevor Says Mosh project. Just solo stuff, basically. Gonna actually release music through it and take it serious this time, I guess.
Okay. Can you tell us a little bit about what that is and what it is that you're trying to do with it?
Basically, I'll have instrumentals. It'll be like a full band instrumental, but basically, it's not my band. Actually, it's just a solo project, solo vocals. That's it.
And that would be the new band, right?
No, not the new band. This is just a side project.
Okay. So what's going on with the new band?
We've just been busy at the moment, so really, I mean, we got 3 songs done. They just need to be mixed and mastered, and then we'll have an EP out eventually here within the next few months. It'll be real soon. Like, we've showed...
Are you working with like a record company or anything?
No, my guitarist actually will get them ready, and then he'll send them to his buddy to get them mixed and mastered. He's with some local record company.
Okay, so you don't have a manager or any of that?
No, we're completely independent.
Okay, so you don't even want a manager or anything. You're gonna own your own label and all of that, right?
Yep. For the time being, at least.
Okay.
Like, the EP is going to be kind of testing the waters, I guess, to see if people dig it or not.
Okay, all right.
Mm-hmm.
So, tell us a little bit about these crazy stories you say you have.
This is the guy, because, like, if I forget something, like, I swear to God, I was looking for boxers one day. It was weird, and like he just kind of went to the corner and like pulled them out and knew where they were. It was weird. It was crazy. I don't know how this stuff happens, but every time we have a show after, it just got like weird and like crazy. Are you even okay? Not weird like that.
All right. So Dre, you got some crazy stories for us?
Oh yeah, I've got a whole storybook full of them.
I can relate. My story will just be like all over, because I was like all over the place.
Let's see. So that was one night after a show. We went back to the house. We're all plastered at this point. No, we're still drinking. Now,
It wouldn't be a drinking.
Trevor, since we were drinking beer, maybe some liquor. I can't remember exactly which one it was per se, but it was mainly beer. But we have a tendency to smoke in the house a lot of the times. And we misplace ashtray, so we just use a can. So we're drinking. Trevor was trying to find a beer that was open that he lost.
Just a random beer, I guess.
Yeah, just a random beer because he was still thirsty at this point. And I seen him pick up a can, but subconsciously I was like, let's see if he drinks it. So he picks it up, takes just the biggest, nicest gulp I've ever seen in my life out of a beer can. He proceeds to look at me, and he tells me, that's not beer. He proceeded to drink out of the community ashtray.
So you drank that, basically.
No, I drank a bunch of cigarette juice because someone wasn't finishing their beers.
Oh, well, yeah.
He put down at least like a good, probably couple of cigarette butts and a lot of ashes.
What is 612
and then proceeds to run.
612 hate is also basically, that's related into the Trevor Says Mosh. It's going to be 612 hate Trevor Says Mosh. I probably don't explain it good enough to like people to get it. I probably should fix that, but yeah. It's in tied with the Trevor Says Mosh project. What was that?
Are you from the 612?
Yeah, all my life, Minneapolis, South Side.
Okay. So what school did you go to?
What schools? Ann Selvin, Green Central, Anderson. It's not in Tide, but Richfield, Roosevelt. Like, I've been all over.
You went to Roosevelt?
Yeah. Class of 2013.
Oh, okay. I was before your time.
Yep. We talked about it. Because I seen you went to Roosevelt.
Yeah. All right. So what is your next, what are some things that you got going on, like, that you're planning outside of, do you do anything else outside of music or?
Love my wife. But outside of music, work. That's it.
Okay.
Work.
And how long have you been doing music? Is this something that you've always done?
Well, I was in it since I was like 10. I wasn't doing anything but shitty little covers on YouTube, but then it just grew. So I guess when I really got into it was when I had a band going. We released one song and did like 2 shows, and I just felt like a god at that point. Because we did those 2 songs hard. And then for our encore, we did the 2 songs again. Because that's all we had. But 14 was like when I really got into it.
Okay. All right. And how many bands have you, like, how many band members have you actually been through?
I guess I'm a serial band member, man. Because I've been through like 6 bands and like 20 different members.
Mm-hmm.
And this is all due to inconsistency, lack of communication.
Lack of communication. If you can't show up to band practice, every week Like, I mean, there's been times where I flaked, I haven't felt like going, but consistently every week, or you don't have the fun. If we do want to do a show, like obviously it's not an open mic, that's a show. I expect to pay for that, but I expect to get like door sales and stuff like that if we're selling tickets. But if you can't throw into that show, what good are you to me? You're costing me money. We're not making money together. So stuff like that.
Did you ever have with like the band helping promote the band as well?
Yeah, of course. Well, what did you ask? Sorry.
Like, because if you're a band, if you're a group, everybody should be supporting the group, right? So do you ever have issues, everybody else promoting, like when it, like say for instance, if you got a show coming up and you want to promote it, do you have problems with?
Oh, yeah. Yes. All the time you run into this, because you'll have band members who are already in bands who are bigger than, just the starting band. So until your band grows, they're basically going to just use you to see where it goes. They're not going to promote anything. They're not going to promote your shows, but they'll promote their other band stuff just because they're somewhere.
I never understood that concept. Do people not understand that's how they started and this is how you get it to grow is by putting it out there? Do they not get that?
It goes to your head. I mean, if you go from one person coming to your shows, two persons coming to your show, you probably feel real good when 10 people show up. I've played empty rooms countless times, so I can imagine if like finally 300 people show up to your show, you're gonna be up here and feeling like you're someone bigger than you are, truly.
Top of the world at that point.
Yeah. Because as quick as you go up there, you can fall down.
Yeah, that's true. What are you like? You like the hype man for the van, or you just there for support?
Cheerleader. I'm just kidding. Water boy.
Water boy. No. Yeah, I make sure this man gets out there on stage and he does what he's supposed to do in the right manner without making himself look like a fool. If that makes sense.
Well, I mean, he ain't a very good manager because he let me spill popcorn all over his stage at Bullwinkle's and stomp all over it. So
I mean, knocked over the entire sound equipment.
Yeah, it was a corded mic, and the cord was like super short. And I almost pulled all his.
For your clumsiness.
Well, he's just boasting about being my manager. Like, come on, dude.
I'm more of like the hype man, I'd say. Like, I try and manage just him singularly because I haven't really. Because I'm in the cities. I'm not out where he's at currently. I try and get out to him as much as I can, but at this point, I try and micromanage him so he knows.
He's middle class.
Yeah, middle class. Yeah, just middle class white boy.
I am too. That's why this is failing. Oh, look.
So where do you perform at then mostly?
In the cities, and that was another thing I was gonna get to. I was gonna say the difference between like Fargo promoters and Minnesota promoters. Connection is lost with Minnesota promoters. I just tried to book a show. Literally, I was telling Darren all about it. It was gonna be great. I was telling everyone about it. Sending flyers. It was booked. It was planned. I just had to pay the guy. Couldn't get in contact with him. By like the second week, I was like, fuck it. And then I just told the artist that, because I had like third-party artists in and then sent them requests and they never accepted them. So when they were messaging me, it went to my message requests. And I'm not tech smart at all. Like, I was asking Darren questions of I had anxiety. I was like, how am I going to get on this interview? But it's like no contact with this promoter at all, and I missed some messages. And then when I said fuck it, and the promoter was like, oh well, he just said fuck the show basically. And then I checked my request and I got some nasty messages. But I tried messaging these people that the promoter is on bullshit, and they took the promoter's side. Like, that's how fucked it was. They took the promoter's side. And that's when I finally just gave up on the Minnesota scene. It's just nasty. Fargo, cool as hell. I mean, every scene's gonna have its toxicity, right?
Well, so that's one bad apple in the basket. Like, there are some people out here who are really businessmen, but I'm a little lost though. I want to backtrack to when you said they took the promoter side. Why? If they never had communication with the promoter, what was it that made them take his side?
I guess being a big promoter, basically. I mean, I'm not going to speak names, but being a big promoter like that in Minneapolis and stuff like that. And I was literally messaging this guy. I even tried to see if that was his Cash App, because I was going to do Cash App, and then he just sent the thumbs up. No confirmation whatsoever. A thumbs up, that could mean anything. But I'm saying, I've seen this. I've been doing it for a few, years in the city now. And, it's just one after another that I deal with. I don't know if they don't think I take this seriously, but I have. It's just weird. And I've never dealt with that out here in Fargo, anywhere in North Dakota. So I'm not done with Minnesota. I'll do Minnesota stuff myself, but it is different. It's real different. They take people, if you're not in a circle, they don't take you serious. If you're not in their circle of artists that they know, I see it time after time, and you must too. You'll see a flyer, and it'll be a DJ or, an entertainment company throwing on the show. And then you'll just see it. It's recycled. All the names are the same on that flyer, but they're just switched around, so it looks different.
It's
you gotta see.
If you're attached to somebody, it's hard for you to make it, is basically what you're saying.
I wouldn't say attached, but if you don't know the right people in the city, you're not going nowhere. You're wasting your time. That's how you get caught paying for open mics and shit like that. And you're still not going anywhere. Because, you got to look at all the other states. How many people come out of other states? I'm not just bashing Minnesota. Of course, this happens in other places. But there's just no real support. Darren, can you agree with me on that? There's no real support. Your own family will hardly support you. My mom's been to one of my shows. One show.
That was the popcorn show, if I'm not mistaken.
No, she wasn't at the popcorn show. She was at the Red Sea.
Yep.
Oh, you performed for the Red Sea before?
I performed there multiple times. 4 or 5. Mm-hmm. Even did an open mic. Paid twice to get in.
I can understand what you're saying about the support, but I think don't worry about the support you don't get from people you know. If you keep pushing and you networking, you will run into the right people that will support you and push you through the right door. So I wouldn't just say, you're not going nowhere. I don't believe that.
Yeah. I'm going a lot farther in Fargo. I'm not bashing by any means. I'm just saying Fargo's working out more. These dudes are majorly talented, and they put in more than me. Holy shit. The guitarist can play guitar and bass, and then I got a producer as a guitarist too. The drummer doesn't do anything, but works.
So do they charge you for open mic in Fargo?
No. That's why I'm comparing. No, they don't charge. Not to get in, nor to perform. At least at the places
Okay,
I've been.
family, I'm moving to Fargo. No, just kidding. Just kidding.
Don't move here.
Was not the place
Oh
to
no.
be, unfortunately.
Okay, so I have a few questions. Okay, so the first question is Miss Belinda says, "Can we hear a sample of your music?" And then Mommy and Peanut says, "Do you travel to other states and receive any real support from other states?" And then she also asked, "Do you have any music on YouTube?"
Trevor says Mosh has music on YouTube. I. It'll be shitty. I could play it.
The quality of them videos
Oh,
aren't
are
the
you
best,
saying
but
like?
the vocals.
No, I went
Are
into
you
this.
saying,
I
are
was
you
gonna
saying
say.
you're recording,
Oh, go.
or if you try to play it?
If I tried to play it through here, it would be shitty
Send it to my
quality.
messenger.
Okay.
Send it to my messenger.
Under the shiny whiplash.
No, that was a fun one for who I am.
No, he has a lot of covers and a lot of stuff on his YouTube channel. I recommend you check it out. A lot of it's good quality stuff. Camera quality's not the best, but the vocals are always where it hits the best.
The vocals don't need no work. Hold on.
Disclaimer that the music that is about to be played, the owner that actually owns the copyrights is actually giving me permission to play this. So please don't flag me. Thank you.
What music is playing? Oh, I was like,
This
what?
is what I have to do so that my page doesn't, because copyright issues and stuff.
Mm-hmm. All right, it's sent to you. It's a voice clip because that's how I downloaded through my phone. If you can do anything with that, otherwise I'll have to figure out how to get out this screen onto the laptop.
Here's a result from the web.
Why are you talking? Fucking hate that chick. I told you this phone's possessed, dude. It's literally lighting up, and I've done nothing right now.
Yes, it's metaphorical.
Mute yourself, Darren. Can you mute him? He's being very impolite. No, I'm joking. And this is just a demo. It has to be mixed and mastered still. It's from Broken Bonds.
Oh, you sent the one that you had just sent me, last month?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's just been sitting there because no one takes it serious. No, I'm joking.
Yeah.
I take it serious. I mark it on my calendar, band practice. Well, I gotta explain this part.
My ears. My ears. Can I
Yeah,
ask, where does heavy metal music come from?
I'm not educated on that. I mean,
Wait, so you do it, but you're
Slayer.
not educated on it?
I am. I'm like talking shit. I mean, deathcore. It all branches off. It's subgenres. So you got metal, and then you got like metalcore, deathcore, black metal, stuff like that. Just stuff that branches like doom metal, hair metal, air metal. Like it just keeps on going and going and going and going.
Go across the seas, you got.
And it all sounds so different.
So let me ask you, what made you get into this type of music?
The like map of it and where you can go. You can go so many different places with it. It's like, I guess I wouldn't say history with music, but it's like you can go like Mexico has metal. Like I mean it's everything with like every genre, but it's so different in metal. Like Mexican metal, like Mexico metal, Italy metal, like everywhere just has metal, but it's so different everywhere you go. Like I was looking up a band from Mexico, and I don't know what it's called. That thing that they blow through and it makes that noise.
A bullhorn?
It's like the throat singing thing, where they can actually throat sing, but the thing helps it, or like it's like an instrument that throat singing is based off of. I don't know, but that's in there. It's weird, but it's cool and it goes together and it sounds good.
So so I want to know why are there not very many words and why much yelling?
There's not very many words because I'm a jackass and I ain't got the updated version because I'm too lazy to go download it. But
So you do have
download it out the group chat. Yeah, we added more words. I just got to go deep down into the group chat. And like I said, I'm not tech smart. Someone was like saying type in the Google Drive on search in conversation, and I don't know how to do that. So like I said, I'm not tech savvy at all. They be doing all this stuff. The other band members, Kyle and Andrew, they be doing all this stuff. And I'm just looking at them like foreign language to me when it comes to like them on the computer doing all that stuff. It's crazy. I don't know. That was off subject, but yeah.
I keep telling you to put me in that group chat, dude. I can help you with dialing out all the ciphers, man.
I don't need help. I'm not a grandpa.
Could have fooled
But you
me.
just said you don't know how to do none of it. That doesn't make sense.
I don't. I was trying to get to my camera earlier to take a picture of a bird and I couldn't do it. And to take a picture of a bird, like what?
Okay.
So what was Jesus like in a past life?
They were great.
So what was the name of that actual song?
What was that? I'm sorry.
What was the name of that actual song?
Right now, it's called something in the Google Drive, but I actually have a name for it. Hold on. I didn't make it. That's why I gotta go.
Mr. Tech Savvy Guy. Let's see the name of it.
I'm gonna give. Next time we do this, I swear to God, you're gonna have access to my Facebook. Cause
You know what, Trevor? I know you said there. The bands that you have dealt with, there was like a lack of communication, probably like inconsistency. They didn't take it serious, but I kind of get the feelings you're not taking it too serious.
nah, I take it pretty serious. I actually do got it marked on my calendar for band practice. So, and then I try and actually hit the guys up. So
like for instance, like today we had an interview. It's been on the calendar for about a month, and you're kind of like a little unprepared. I'm just saying.
Okay. Everyone has the way to feel the way they feel.
Trevor is in a band. Smosh. Say it again, Trevor.
No, I mean, I came on here. I was ready for it. We gotta continue if you don't think I'm taking this stuff seriously. Because I guarantee you, any artist that ever came on here, I'm one of the most serious about it.
Well, like you said you don't know certain things, and he said he could teach you, and then you said you.
I don't know certain things about technology. Technology has nothing about being a vocalist in a band. If I have creative talent, I can do that. I'm not bragging. I don't know if I have creative talent, but I know my vocals sound good. So, if I'm not being plenty of famous people, but I'm not going to beg famous people for popularity and stuff like that. I'm going to make it the normal way, organically. And I'm done talking now.
So, what do you mean beg them? Like, she just asked if you ever met any.
And then she said something about what I'm looking for.
Have you met any famous people that may be independent as well, that could offer some help in some kind of way that you're looking for? Like, basically help you, like,
Everyone I work with is like me. I'm in a band, so everyone that I'm in a band
help
with.
you, like, if they're already got the foot in the door. Have you ever met anybody that can help you get your foot in the door? Is what I think the question was.
I mean, I've met plenty of people, but like I said, I just started taking this Trevor's. That's what pissed me off, because I just said I started taking this Trevor Says Mosh stuff seriously just now. Like, with this EP I'm working on for the Trevor Says Mosh 612 Hey project, I'm taking it serious for the first time. Like, you can go look at YouTube. He just gave you the YouTube, look up Trevor Says Mosh. I wasn't taking it serious. Huh?
He didn't send me the YouTube link.
No, he said go look up, like on YouTube. Trevor Says Mosh. He didn't send a link. He was just saying, and he was talking.
Okay. Well, I mean, I don't think it's always about begging them. I mean, I wouldn't beg either, but if you could collab with somebody, would you be willing to do that?
Oh yeah, I hit up people to collab a lot. Like, I just now started taking it serious, so now I'm actually trying to work with people, and now I have the tools to work with people. So yeah, I'm willing to work with people, and I have a few ideas in my head right now.
Is there a rock group? Because wait, so no, is there a heavy metal group? Because there's a difference between rock and heavy metal, correct?
Yeah, rock is like Motley Crue, like 80s rock, I guess. You know about Korn, right?
Korn?
Korn the band?
Yeah, Korn.
No.
Oh,
It's a
okay.
band?
Yeah. So have you ever heard of Slipknot?
Say that again?
Slipknot?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No.
So bands like that are a genre called nu metal. Like, that's another branch. So that's more fast-paced metal, I guess. So, like, every genre is different, like I was saying earlier. I was just trying to, like Metallica, that's, what is that, thrash metal or something?
I'd consider that
Yeah,
thrash.
so what I was gonna ask you is that is there like a metal band that like you might have admired, like
Yeah, a bunch, actually. Spite being one of them. They're really heavy, though. I guess like a big band. I'm trying to think of the Five Finger Death Punch. I don't know. That's a big band. So I guess that's the biggest band I looked up to growing up.
All right. So, do you have any performances coming up?
Not as of late because I'm super busy with work, but I'm actually trying to get a show at the aquarium out here. Possibly with my new band and not the solo project. I just want to be
Is
super.
the
Go ahead.
is the aquarium like a big place out there? Or
It's a popular place, but it's small. Like it's basically it's a little smaller than the Red Sea, but it's compared to the Red Sea out here. Like, yeah.
well, Trevor or Dre, do either one of you have anything that you would like to say before we get out of here?
Nothing on my end.
No?
Anything from you?
No, I'm fine.
Cricket.
Thank you for the time.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity for this interview. Hopefully, we'll have you back, and you have a good night. Thank
Yep.
everybody who joined in and shared your comments. Have a good night.